to sincerely appreciate everybody for being part of this class. Good evening one more time. My name is Godspa Ejafekwe. I'm a e-commerce trainer. I'm a life coach, and to the glory of God, I have helped and trained a lot of people in this place. So now, you might be wondering, what exactly are we doing? You are probably wondering what exactly we are doing. But before we even start this program, please, if you know you can hear me clearly, sir, can you just type 1 in the chat box? If you know you can hear me clearly, just type 1 in the chat box, please. I can hear this man clearly. Can you type 1 in the chat box, please? I'm waiting. If you know you can hear me, can you type 1 in the chat box? Okay. Hello, Mr. Paul. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. So now, let's see what exactly we are doing for today and tomorrow. Today, we'll be looking at what is e-commerce. I will talk about what is type of e-commerce. I will look at the benefits or advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce, and we'll now talk about sample of products to sell. Then tomorrow, we'll dive into the use of 1688.com. We'll look into Alibaba, AliExpress. We'll also look into e-com hunt. While we look into e-com hunt, we look into local arbitrage. I'll talk about local arbitrage. I will also talk about how to use Google Trends. We'll also look into Y2Mate and video editing. So please just sit back while we go into this program. I assure you that you'll get to understand some deeper things by the time I'm through with you. So let's proceed. Welcome for those that are just coming in. Welcome. Now, let's start. What is e-commerce? E-commerce is just electronic commerce, and it's the process of buying and selling goods and services on the internet. It encompasses online marketplaces, e-commerce platform, and a wide variety of data, systems, and tools for online buyers and sellers. Most businesses with an e-commerce presence use an electronic store, and of course, it is conducted online via e-commerce marketing and sales activities. Now, over the years, e-commerce seems to be better day by day, because in those days, there was nothing like internet. I remember very clearly, if somebody tells you that I am shipping product from abroad, you will see that person like almighty. But now look at it. Individuals can ship products. Are you with me? We can ship products wherever we want to ship our products from. So now it has been known that since it is electronic commerce we are saying here encompasses ordering the product online, selling the product online, then you are finishing the process of transmission online. Are you with me? So that's why it is called electronic commerce. And today, a great number of people, they are into this business. Are you with me? A great number of people are truly into e-commerce. So let's proceed. Now, what are the types of e-commerce businesses we are supposed to look at? Number one, we'll look at business to business. We look at business to consumers. We look at consumers to consumers. We also look at consumers to business. Now, for the first one, business to business. Business to business is more or less like a transaction of business conducted between one business and another, such as wholesaler and retailer. Now, this is it. If, for instance, Coca-Cola firm, they want to sell PET plastics. You know PET. PET is simply a kind of plastic that is formed from injector. Are you with me? Let's say Coca-Cola, they lack it. That's what I'm trying to say is Coca-Cola, they don't have it at the moment. So what we 7-Up do? 7-Up will tell Coca-Cola that, okay, we can give you this product. We can give you like 2,000 pieces of this product. And once it is given to you, this is our cost. So they will now purchase it at wholesale price because they know that virtually they are buying at a good quantity. Guess what? They will now, Coca-Cola will now take it and, you know, they will actually use it to conduct their own product or for their own production, as the case may be. Now, the companies that are the firms that are actually into business to business are these big firms, individual companies, such as automobile firms. You have industrial cleanup companies. Then you can have bottling companies. You can have what they call them, telecoms companies. They are the ones that are into this kind of business. Are you with me? So let's proceed. Now, the next one I like to talk about is business to consumers. Business to consumers is exactly why we are here. It's the reason why I'm conducting this training. It's very simple. Business to consumer is like this. It's a way such that the model focuses on selling goods and services directly to individual customers. It typically requires one of these two things. One, a website with an online shop front. Two, using an online marketplace. Now, let me quickly explain these things. Consumers can browse your products. Are you with me? Consumers can browse your products and decide to make a purchase. And an electronic checkout where some form of business payment or payment processing will take place. If you look at my screen, you will see that somebody is actually conveniently sitting down and the person is conducting or is carrying out e-commerce on the system. What's the person doing? Probably the person has a product and the person is now selling the product to various people in their homes. The homes there is an indication that I can be in my house, then I would decide to run my advert online and sell my product online. And the people there, they will definitely enjoy my services. See, let me tell you, when it comes to e-commerce, you don't actually need a shop. Are you with me? When it comes to e-commerce, you don't actually need a shop. I have, to the glory of God, I've been selling for years. I've been selling, when I mean I've been selling since 2016. And for once, I've never gotten a shop for my products. In fact, my shop is my store in my house. Once I order my product from China, I store it in my house. Then what do? I run Facebook advert that same evening. The next day, you see people requesting, how much, I want to purchase this product. I see them buying. But the question now is, for you not to turn your house to a warehouse store, how can you actually get, or how can you actually sell your product successfully so that you don't have bundle of products in your house? The glory of God, since when I've been selling my products online, my house has never been a warehouse place whereby you have products that has never been sold. I've never done it for once. And I always do something. Anytime I order for a product, I always test run the product. If I'm not test running the product on myself, I can test run the product on the female. What am I trying to say? Let's say, for instance, I buy, the first product I ever imported was a sweatbelt. When I ordered for sweatbelt, what's the function of a sweatbelt? The function of a sweatbelt is just to check your tummy or to reduce fat in your tummy. So what I did was, I took that sweatbelt, I gave to someone to test run, to check it. And I discovered that whenever she uses that sweatbelt, normally a sweatbelt is what you have to wear to do exercises. Maybe probably you are doing your house chores in the house, you can wear a sweatbelt just to burn some fat. I discovered that over some time, it took me time to see how that sweatbelt works. I discovered that after some days, truly there was a reduction. And I noticed there's a sweat out from this person I gave sweatbelt to. So I knew that what I'm selling online is actually very good. So what did I do? I went as far as marketing it. How did I market? I ran a successful Facebook advert. Let me not lie to you. Then I didn't really know how to run Facebook adverts perfectly, but I somehow made the advert and it was running. The advert was all over in Nigeria. I sold to people in different states and I was making my money. Guess what? I bought that sweatbelt for 1,000 naira and I sold that sweatbelt for what? For 10,000 naira. Are you with me? So that is the kind of possible profits you're likely to make on e-commerce. You make some profits and nobody can question you about. You are done to decide how much you have to give to put a product. You are done to tell this product, how much should I make it be? Nobody decides for you. Are you with me? But be careful. When you are selling products, don't worry, I'll show you these things online. I'll show you these things tomorrow. When you're selling products, try to compare the prices. How can you know? Go to Alibaba or AliExpress. See how much that product worth. Check, is it hot? When I mean hot products, I mean a product that is scarce. A product that I know that you definitely know how it is. Are you with me? So that's how you can conduct such things. So now, what's the next thing to do? Now, let's now go to the next type of e-commerce. The next type of e-commerce is consumer to consumer. Please, just a minute. The next one is what? Consumer to consumer. Consumer to consumer is when a business model in which a third-party company facilitates transactions for products or services between private consumers without a business participating on either side of the sales. Now, if I have, sometimes customers might want to sell their products to themselves. Are you with me? Customers want to sell their products to themselves. And what happens? A company might come in as a third party and help them out in these sales. The last one I'd like to talk about is consumers to business. Consumers might just be customers. Your customers might want to sell. Look at what I did here. There's a flow chart or there's a chart here whereby the consumers, they sell their products to businesses and businesses will take their products and they sell out back to the consumers. These consumers might have a product they want to render out and they'll come to you. Mr. Labaja, we know you can do this kind of business. Like so many people do it very well. They do it very well to me. Take this product, and what I do, I can now help them and market it out. Are you with me? So that's consumer to business. They're actually more than this. I just decided to go with 4 so that we can just have a very good idea of it. Now, 5 most common e-commerce business models. Please, I need you to pay attention here. This is very, very important. 5 most common e-commerce business. Okay. 1, drop shipping. What's drop shipping? Drop shipping is where you sell items on your website that someone else manufactures and ships to your customers. Now, this is what drop shipping is. Let's say Mr. Tony wants to sell a product. Mr. Tony does not know how to market his product. Mr. Tony will now give me his product that Mr. Gospel take. Help me take this product and market it. Now, sell it whatever price you want to sell it. My own is, this product is 20,000. I will now take his product. I will now sell his product for probably 25,000. I'll take 5,000 cut from it. Once I take 5,000 away from it, then I am left with 20,000. Are you with me? So that's drop shipping. Affiliate marketing is more or less like when somebody tells you that go outside, and it's just like what happens in Computer Village. In Computer Village, they will put some people outside, a laptop, phone, blah, blah, blah. If eventually I want to buy a phone, they will take me and go to a store, and that person will help me. I will purchase from that person. Guess what? At the end of the day, a commission will be given to that person. Because you brought 10 people today, I'm giving you 5,000 naira. Because you brought 15 people today, I'm giving you so and so amount. Wholesales and warehouse. You buy products in bulk, store them, and you sell. It's just like business to business. White labeling. I love this part. White labeling is just like what's happening now. If you remember in those days, Zobo used to be a kind of business people do that. They put something into any kind of 15 naira container and they sell. If I tell you, my brothers, my sisters, Zobo is now refined. Somebody can now produce Zobo, label it, and what happens? You now sell it in a very, very well. Of course, when I put label on Zobo, you don't expect me to sell for 50 naira. I bought Zobo recently, was it last 600 or so? I bought 200 naira. And guess what? That Zobo is well refined. It's not as if the method of production was different. No, the bottle, the labeling came in, and it was unique. So if you see that in a big shopping mall, they tell you it is 300 naira, you will buy. That's it. You will buy. Because the labeling looks neat, it's convincing, and you always want to purchase. Manufacturing. This is where you are paying to have the products created for you, and you fulfill the order yourself. Now, what this means is, if for instance you don't want, there are some people that they don't want to produce bonds by themselves. So what do? They will give the bonds to somebody. Mr. Lagbaja, help me produce the bonds. I'll pay for this. Then I'll sell it. That's manufacturing. Subscription basis where you model to deliver your products. Now, it's just like logistics. We have 1,001 logistics outside. Sometimes I'll be reading name of logistics, I'll be tired. When you see Adeton's logistics, Benko's logistics, there are so many logistics right now outside. And these logistics, they are being so helpful. Like as an e-commerce trainer and a seller, there are so many logistics online that I can't count. They will send me, in fact, some even got tired of me. They are like, you don't want to respond to us, right? They will send you a message. They will say, please, we deliver within Lagos. They try to make their rates to be very low so that you patronize them. We deliver within Lagos, from Lagos to Lagos, or anywhere within Lagos, 700 naira. Outside Lagos is 1,009. Are you with me? So that's that. Please take note of these 5 parts. They are very, 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 very vital. Advantages and disadvantages of e-commerce. Yes, e-commerce has advantages and e-commerce has disadvantages. Number 1, order can be placed from anywhere at any time. Oh, that's the advantage. Yes. Yesterday, I went to Abuja. Let's say I want to sell my products from Abuja. I can, order can be placed anywhere. Okay. If I'm in Abuja, I want to place an order. Beautiful. I can place my order. I can place my order anywhere I am. It eliminates the operating cost. Now, if for instance you're supposed to go to a shopping mall to purchase this item, you don't need time for all those things. In those days, for you to buy anything, that's why now shops are really suffering. Look at it. In those days, people that sell clothes, they make more money compared to now. Now, if I want to buy anything, what I buy most times is online. What is it that I cannot buy online? What is it I cannot buy? If I want to buy clothes, I can buy online. If I want to buy laptop, I can buy online. Phone, anything online. My own is for the product to come. Let me check if it's very good. If it's not good, I reject. If it's good, I accept. Retargeting custom. It helps in connecting with people all over across the world. Yes. Since when I've been into e-commerce, I have a whole lot of friends. A lot of friends. Retarget the customers. Yes. See, when we say retarget, if you have a good, for instance, somebody bought the airport from me, I think that was 3 months ago, and the man told me, Mr. Gospel, do you have smartwatch? I said, well, I don't have this type. You know, smartwatches, there are various kinds. I don't have this kind of smartwatch. And you know what the man said? He said, I told him that, give me some time, I will order from China, then I'll set you. You know what the man said? The man said, I will wait for you to order. If there was no trust or the service I rendered was not good, he won't even tell me that he wants a smartwatch. He will even insult me for the first product being sold. There is always detailed product information offered. Yes. There is no guarantee for quality of product. Well, I give a question mark to this because that's why you are for this training. If you are consistent with my training, I will tell you how to get good products to sell. Lack of personal touch. Yes, you might not be able to have a touch on that product. It doesn't give the luxury of trying before. This is so funny. You buy wristwatch now from Jumia. You want to try the wristwatch for 1 week before paying. Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't give you the luxury of trying before. It doesn't give you the luxury of trying before paying. If you buy my product now, you are paying immediately. That's why I like pay on delivery. Buy, you are paying long delivery period. Yes, this long delivery period can only occur when you use a terrible logistics. I'm not going to call the name of a logistics. Because the first time I started e-commerce, I used a logistics I ever regretted. In fact, if I forward my product, somebody might get the product in Calabar in 3 weeks' time. If you are the one you requested for a product and somebody delivers the product to you in 3 weeks' time, would you like to buy that product again? When you know that Mr. Paul can possibly send the products in 2 days. Are you with me? Now, there is always a concern with security issues. Yes, I'll talk about this. There was a day I supplied Kami Hot to somebody in Abuja. That's why you have to be alert. And you have to have the contacts of your customers. You always need to assure your customers on your product. Before my product was delivered, the product was already delivered to her. Who did that? I made my research. I didn't know that a scammer was trying to follow up on the conversation between that woman and I. And unfortunately, she took the product, thinking it was mine. And I said, Madam, have you seen the product? So what product? I thought you said you have delivered it to me yesterday. I said, what do you mean? I never delivered the product to you. She even told me the person that came to her, it was even an albino that delivered the product to her. That's not the fault of the dispatch rider. That fault must be from whoever sold to her. They even sold that product to her at a cheaper rate, and the product was inferior. Juma was really bad. For you to see how nice this woman is, Juma said, yes, I know this is a mistake. And I was supposed to call you, but I'll still buy your clothes. She still bought from me again. She even told me that I should even order some more product for her, which I was not having at that moment. Are you with me? So this can cause quarrels to customer and the business owner if there's no understanding. Are you with me? There's no understanding, there'll be a big problem. So that is that. What kind of products can you sell? There are numerous products to sell. You can sell bags, clothes, electronics, power bank products. Power bank products is earbud, power bank itself. Maybe anything that charges phone, touch lights, all of them. Then health products, slimming tea, blood pressure, monitor, anything. Beauty products are beautiful ladies. You can sell cream, you can sell eyelash, comb, whatever, anything good. You can sell nail, there's something nail dryer. I've once sold that product. You can sell any of all these things. You can sell car accessories. Now you know that in Lagos State and everywhere, people have a lot of cars. What can you sell as regards car? You can sell 3D rotate. You can sell what they call it, tire pump. You can sell, what's this thing again that used to monitor your car thoroughly? There's something like that you used to monitor. Okay, what's that thing again? It's used to monitor the performance of the car. Oh, I've forgotten. But there are so many things you can sell about a car. You can even sell, there's something I want to even sell recently. The product is hot. You can sell that this shade used to shade you put on the car so that your sun does not come on the car. You know, when there's sun, you might be frustrated in case you don't have AC. Kitchen utensils. You can sell chopping materials. You know those things that instead of using knife to cut, you chop them, you can sell them. Security products, you can sell padlocks. There are some perfect padlocks. There are some 3D lights that if some bad people come in, you know, it gives a lot. So many of these things you can sell online. Are you with me? So these are the possible things you can sell. Now, I want to quickly talk about the kind of products to ship. Sometimes, some people make mistakes when they want to ship some products. And whenever they make their first mistake, they feel frustrated, they never go back to e-commerce. I've observed that some people will tell you that I want to order for television and fridge, and I want to sell. Number one, when you are ordering for products online, you have to consider the weight, the quality. Okay, before I even talk about it, something in my mind. For you to have a successful e-commerce business, you must capitalize on two things. One, the quality of your products. Number two, your delivery period. Like for me, I use GIG. GIG has been so helpful. I've been using GIG since 2019 or 2018 because the first logistics I used really frustrated me. So I said, and since then I've been using GIG, it has been wonderful. Now, whenever I ship my product to GIG, the highest time my customers will get their product will be 3 days. In fact, I'll boldly tell them that, madam, this product is coming to Nasarawa. You will get it in 2 days' time. I'll tell that, madam, this product is coming to Abuja. You get it in 2 days' time. I'll tell them that, madam, this product is coming to Yanopaja. Since I'm in Lagos, you get it exactly in 6 hours' time. In fact, GIG made me so confident on telling my customers when their products will get to them. So ever since, I've never regretted. But GIG is of 2 packages as at then. I don't know from now. If you do payment of delivery, GIG will charge you 50,000. I'm sure it's even more than that now. Because then I did that was 2018 or 2017 or so. If you do prepaid, like your customers pay before they get their product is 25, half of it. Are you with me? So that's GIG logistics for you. So now, as I was saying something previously, you must consider the weight of your products when you are shipping products. In fact, I always advise starters that are starting e-commerce business. Your products should be less. Like somebody is just starting this business. You can sell a product like a nightgown. You know, nightgown can be sold to very rich people when your product is quality. And what's the weight of a nightgown? A nightgown is very, very light, or pajamas. They are very, very light. Now imagine you shipping like 20 pieces of it. When you ship 20 pieces of that, it will be so easy for you to sell. Why? Because, and guess what? All those nightgowns you see in China, probably they might be selling 1,002. But because you are targeting, I'll teach you how to target rich people. But because you are targeting rich people, you can sell nightgown for them 15,000. Now imagine when you now have 15,000 made from 1,001. And remember, you have to consider your shipping fee. Let's say the amount you used to ship that product to Abuja was 1,005. That's 2,600. No matter what you do, it can't even be up to 5,000. You have almost like 12,000 intact. Imagine you selling 20 of that product. I remember my first product I ever sold. It was 40 pieces. And it was sweatband, like I once told you. I bought that product 1,001. In fact, starting that business then was not easy. I started with 150,000. How much I used to buy the product? It was not up to 30-something thousand. Shipping and everything was not up to 40-something thousand. Then I registered with a courier company. Then I ran Facebook advert for almost 30,000. But guess what? When I did all those things, I used almost 150,000 to run all of them. But do you know the beauty about it? I made a total of almost 400,000 naira. That was on e-commerce. I made a total of almost 400,000 naira. I made almost like 300% of the capital invested in that business. Are you with me? So these are the benefits. People fail in e-commerce business because, one, they don't ship hot products. Hot products are products that are newly launched. I'll teach you all of this if you are consistent with this training. Hot products are products that are newly launched. Imagine a product is launched 3 months ago by a manufacturer and you are selling it the following month. My God, if you put that product for 25,000, people rush it. Meanwhile, how much did you buy? 2,000 naira. People rush it. So that is that. I've come to the end of this training. Thank you very much, class. Tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. tomorrow, we'll have the second version of this training. Please don't fail to come for this training. I sincerely appreciate it. But before I go, I want to permit questions. Is there any question in the house before I go? Is there any question in the house? Feel free to ask your question. If your question has nothing to do with today's class, I'll tell you to hold on to tomorrow's class. But if it's something that has to do with it, I will answer it perfectly. Is there any question in the house? Is there any question? Mr. Paul, do you have any question? Mr. Paul, do you have any question? Is there any question? Okay. If there's no question in the house, thank you very much. Good night, everybody. See you all tomorrow. Bye for now. Thank you.